and welcome to Moms of Yoga. Today's video in our mini-series on pregnancy and prenatal yoga, we're going to talk about upper back openers and stretches. If you haven't seen my video yet in this series about keeping a healthy and long spine in pregnancy, I highly recommend it as background information. But today we're just going to be moving our bodies and stretching. Oftentimes in pregnancy, with all the extra weight we're carrying, our upper back and our chest and our shoulders get very tight, which adds to our discomfort. It can also add to a sensation of difficulty breathing. So today's stretches are really just meant to loosen our upper body and our chest and our shoulders. I hope you enjoy. We'll start by sitting back on our feet. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, you can also do this from an easy cross-legged position. Bring your arms overhead so that your elbows are bent and your forearms are parallel to the ground, and clasp opposite elbows. Take a deep breath in and use that breath to lift your rib cage up towards the sky, making sure the shoulders don't move up towards the ears. The arms will travel upward, but they're being driven up by the ribs filling up with air. This gives a nice upper back and side body stretch. Go ahead and exhale gently, and on the next inhale, try to move the ribs upward again, pushing the arms up towards the sky. I'm going to show the pose from behind here just so that you can get an idea of what's going on with the back of the body while you're doing this. You can see the arms aren't pulling out of the shoulder joint, but the ribs are pushing the arms and the rib cage up. Continue taking your deep inhales here, seeing if you can feel how your breath moves the ribs up and down. Go ahead and release your hands and bring them to your thighs. And for our next pose, we'll use the same seated position. Bring your right arm out in front of you with the elbow bent and the fingers facing the sky. Take your left elbow and place it inside the right. Wrap your forearms around each other and let the palms clasp. This is your eagle arms. Inhale the hands towards the sky, then let the shoulder blades travel down the back. Now gently move the hands away from the face as you exhale. This provides a deep stretch across the shoulders and upper back. Take a deep breath into your back space here. Once again, inhale the hands towards the sky, move the shoulder blades down the spine, and as you exhale, let the hands fall away from your face. I'm showing you the same pose from the side here so you can get a better idea of what's going on with the arms and the shoulders and the back. Inhale, the hands move up. The shoulder blades remain down the spine. Exhale, you move the hands away from the face. Try this again. Inhale the arms up to the sky, the shoulder blades travel down the spine, and exhale, the hands move away from the face. And as you inhale here, see if you can use your inhales to stretch your back muscles. Go ahead and unwind your arms and place your hands on your thighs. And before we take the second side, let's shake our legs out a little and maybe take a cross-legged position to switch it up so our knees don't get sore. And for the second side, we lift the left arm in front of us with the elbow bent. We place the right elbow inside the left, wrapping the forearms around each other and letting the palms clasp. Inhale the hands up to the sky, the shoulder blades move down the back, and as you exhale, the hands move away from the face. Continue with this with your own breath, inhaling the hands to the sky, shoulder blades travel down, and as the exhale happens, the hands move away from the face. Go ahead and unwind your arms and place your hands on your knees. For our next pose, we'll come to stand on the mat with our feet parallel and our hands to our sides. Take a wide step to the side with each foot so that you're in a wide-legged stance with your feet parallel to the edges of the mat. Place your hands on your hips, hug the belly to your spine, and fold forward with a long back. Bring your palms to the ground, or if you wish, you can put them on blocks if you don't want your head down that low. Move your right palm so that it falls directly under your nose. And when you feel stable, you're going to inhale your left arm to the sky, still looking down at your hand for now, making sure that your hips are level, that one side isn't higher than the other. And when you feel ready, you'll turn your neck to look up at your left hand. This is a nice, safe, open twist for pregnancy, and it brings a bit of a stretch to your upper back and side body. Go ahead and return your left palm to the ground, placing it directly under your nose. And we'll take the pose to the other side by inhaling the right arm up to the sky. Make sure your hips are level first, and when you feel stable, you can turn your neck to gaze up at your right hand. Breathe deeply into your chest and your upper back. Return your right hand to the ground and start to heel-toe your feet back in towards each other. Bend your knees and slowly rise to stand. You can walk your hands up your thighs too for any added support. For the next pose, we'll start by standing on our knees on the mat. Step your left leg out to the side with a foot parallel to the edge of the mat. Lift your right arm up and allow the left arm to gently rest on your left leg. On an inhale, reach the right hand up to the sky, making sure this motion comes from the ribs moving the arm upward rather than the arm pulling out of the shoulder joint. Exhale and hug the belly in as you start to lean over your left leg, getting a deep right side body stretch. Be mindful to use your strong back muscles to support your weight and not press into your left leg for support. And take one more inhale here, and on the exhale, hug your belly to the spine and return to an upright position. Go ahead and come back to standing on your knees. We'll extend our right leg out to the side with the toes parallel to the edge of the mat. Inhale the left arm up, using the expanding rib cage to push that left arm up. Exhale and hug the belly to the spine. And begin to stretch over the right leg, getting that left side body stretch. Enjoy a few deep breaths here, seeing if you can take the breath into that left side body to stretch it even more. Exhale, hug your belly in and return to an upright position. From the next pose, we'll meet up on hands and knees on the mat, making sure the hips are over the knees and the shoulders are over the hands. Keeping the hips level over the knees, begin to walk your hands forward and allow your chest to melt towards the ground. You may rest your chin on the ground, but if this is too much on your neck, you can also place your forehead. Placing a cushion under the forehead is also an excellent way to do this. In this pose, we want the head supported so that the chest can relax towards the mat without holding on to any extra tension. This may feel like a very intense stretch in the underarms and upper chest. Take some deep inhales into the upper back and rib cage. And when you're ready to come out of this, hug the belly into the spine and begin to walk your hands back in towards your knees. And for our final pose today, we'll meet again on hands and knees on the mat, as always keeping the hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. And start to come down and lower your weight onto your left forearm. Exhale and hug the belly to the spine and take your right arm and weave it underneath your left armpit until you come to rest your weight on the right upper arm and shoulder. And the right side of your face will be on the mat as well. This pose should not be putting any strain on your neck, so if you experience discomfort here, you can push down through your left forearm to take a little weight off your neck. And take note of whether your hips are still square. If not, try to level them a little bit. This is a nice twist and upper back and shoulder stretch. Take some deep breaths into your back space, using the breath as a tool to stretch your back muscles even further. And we'll come out of this by hugging the belly to the spine, pushing through your forearm and returning to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, we'll rebalance the spine and the back muscles by taking 2 rounds of cat-cow. On the inhale, we round the spine towards the ground and let the tailbone tip. Exhale, we round the spine towards the sky. Inhale, the tailbone tips and the spine rounds towards the ground. Exhale, we round the spine towards the sky. Meeting back at a neutral spine, we'll start the opposite side by lowering down to the right forearm and threading the left arm under the right armpit, coming to rest our weight on our left arm and shoulder. As before, if the neck is uncomfortable, you can push into the right forearm to take some weight off the neck. Breathe into the back space. You may even experiment with moving your tailbone back and forth from side to side to move the stretch into different parts of your back. If you find one area that's particularly tight, you might even stay there. And to come out of this, you'll hug the belly towards the spine and push through your right forearm to come back to hands and knees. And once again, we'll neutralize the spine by taking 2 rounds of cat-cow, inhaling the spine towards the ground, exhaling the spine rounds towards the sky. Inhale, we tip the tailbone up when we round the spine towards the ground. Exhale, we hug the belly in and we round the spine towards the sky. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope it brings you a little bit more comfort during your pregnancy. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. This greatly helps other people find this information. Thank you.